Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to the city. This is my Minecraft series. You might remember it from a couple of days ago. I can't remember my exact upload schedule, but this is the city, and we are in the basement of the bank yet again. Once again, the game's going a little bit laggy because I'm recording. I don't know why it does that. As you can see, this is broken again, so that's not gone well. That's really not gone well, actually, because now we've got a train going around with only one chest cart. Yes, I'm going to have to fix that. Why does it do that? That pulses. That should do something. If I increase the ticks to 8, maybe that'll do it. Oh, hello. 4, 8. There we go. So that should be come through, click. It did switch it off. This cart switched it off as it went past again. Ah, no, that's right. It's because of this, isn't it? So I need to move this. That makes things a little bit tricky, actually. Where do I move this to? This is actually something I said I was going to do off camera, isn't it? Darn. Right, okay. We're going to have to improvise slightly. How the heck am I going to do this? Basically, it's as the engine comes through the first time, it switches on, which flicks this. It then goes up there, flicks that one, which flicks this, switches it off. Then comes down here, round, does its thing, comes back here, switches it on again. So I need to stop that second switch on from happening. And I could do that by moving. I'm just thinking where I can move this to. If I move it to there, then can I run? No, I can't. I could put it here. But then it'll activate every time. I could put it under here. Actually. I could literally put it underneath this piece of track. And then run it along under there and up. Okay. I'm going to need some covers. God damn it. I need to really clear up under here as well. This is ridiculous. The amount of crap I've got down in this basement. Even things like this, an open lava pit. This is our cobblestone source. I forgot to show you this in the last episode. This is where all our cobblestone comes from. We've got 4 of these nodes, transfer nodes. Each one's got 64 world interaction upgrades and 64 stack upgrades. Now when we go over and I'll show you the farm, which is what we're going to do later on in this episode. It was going to be what we were going to do at the start of this episode, but as you can see, we've been distracted. God, the lag is real. The lag is real, guys. I don't know how bad this looks actually when the video is rendered, but right now it's the rain as well. The rain doesn't help. I might turn off animations in the future because this is ridiculous. Okie dokie. Right, we need all the covers. Okay, cool. Covers. Now we need track. That's cool because we're just replacing track that already exists, so we're not doing anything new there. Okay, we should have time to do this. The train would be at the farm. Once I catch up with said train, we're going to have to fix that. Also, this is still not functioning as it should, which is a little annoying. In fact, no. A little annoying is a lie. Very annoying. Have to find a way to fix that. Again, I said I'd do it off camera. I know. I haven't. I'm sorry. But we're going to do this instead. Right, so we're going to remove that bit of track. We're going to remove these bits of track. Might as well do it all the way along to here. Then we'll do it to there. And then we're going to come up and run along like so. Get rid of that bit, get rid of that bit, get rid of that bit, and then get rid of this one. Like so. Clear out all this crap, like that. Should still have, yeah, plenty of time. Sweet. Okay, and then last but not least, no, that's completely not where that was supposed to go. I don't even know why I said last but not least, because it's not last or least, it's current, it's now. Okay, this is going to run underneath like this, like this, like this, like this, like that, and then like that. That should trigger. Should. Not 100%. Should. Is that in the right? We'll assume that's in the right spot. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this. There. Voila. Done. And I suppose we can use these spare covers just to get rid of this ugly thing. Covers is something I used to use a lot. I've not used it much recently, but actually these things are very useful. You can see you could do stuff like that. And now, nobody knows, from this angle at least, what's behind there. Obviously if you come over here you can see a little more clearly, and I can't actually put a cover there, which is slightly annoying, but I can put some here as well. So yeah, it's alright. Anyway, on to the bulk of today's episode. I'm going to teach you guys about wind farms, hopefully. But first, I need to grab some more supplies. So we need to hop back up here, which is very hard to do when you're jetpacking yourself into a ceiling. There we go. Is it still raining? Yes. It rains all the time on this server. All the time. It's always raining. And it's always a thunderstorm as well. And I've completely missed that jump. There we go. Right, so I need more of these, which are aluminium scaffolding. Which I have a recipe for, thankfully. I'm going to need... Let me do some quick maths. 90, I think. No, 120. Where did I get 90 from? I need 120. Ooh, we haven't got enough aluminium fences. I could have sworn I set a recipe for aluminium fences. Did I not? Hang on, let's go to our little friend over here. This is what I do. If I create something, or try to create something, and there's no recipe for it, it's a quick trip to the pattern terminal to find out that that's not the recipe. How'd you make these again? I'm sure it was that. Was it that? How do you do it? Hang on, it comes under immersive engineering. Let's do a quick NEI search. Aluminium fence, there it is. That's new. That's new. It wasn't like that before. Okay, that explains a lot. Let's just chuck those in there. Create this one. Grab loads of them. I think I still haven't got enough. Was it 120 I needed? So yeah, we're gonna have to chuck these in like... God, it's a long way down. There's one space, so we'll stick that one in there. And I think there's another big gap further down. Where is it? There it is. Sweet. Okie dokie. Aluminium, that's what I'm doing. 120. That should work. Now, I'm hoping. Yes. Awesome. And breathe. Okay, so these are support columns for what is essentially going to be a wind farm, as I've already said. The wind farm operates as us. We're going to have a 15 high tower. On top of that tower, we have a kinetic dynamo. Connected to that, we have a windmill, which I haven't made. That would be useful, wouldn't it? How many of these am I going to be able to make? Can I make 9? Have I got enough hemp? Oh, missing 800. Okay, we're going to make 5. Let's see if we can make 5. Have I got enough buckets of creosote for 5? Yes, I have. Cool. That just means I have to go to and from the fluid terminal every now and then, crafting more Creosote buckets, that's the word. Just chuck some buckets in, you get creosote back. It's lovely. What's going on here? Okay, it's making all the stuff. I've got some hemp planted upstairs. Be careful where you say that out loud, because hemp is another word for cannabis, I believe. Or cannabis derives from hemp. There's something to do with that. I don't know, I'm not into drugs, so... But we have to wait for this tough fabric to be crafted, and then that gets mixed with these treated sticks, which are formed into windmill blades, which then are formed into improved windmill blades, which are then formed into improved windmills. So as you can see, it's a tough task. Not quite sure what's with the buckets. Absolutely no idea what the buckets are for. Okay, so these are ticking up quite nicely. Oh, I think these are just the empty creosote buckets. That is one thing I should do, actually, is do it so that buckets formed. That is a shortcut I was thinking, as the blazing pyrotheum. The blazing pyrotheum. I can't even speak anymore. Pyrotheum is use a crafting recipe where you put a bucket of blazing pyrotheum in, and it gives you a bucket back. But just because I can't say it, I'm not going to do it. This is the railway, though. The junction that I showed you in the last episode is right down below ground. It takes quite a while, actually, for the train to work its way up to this level. This is going to be beautified. I just put this in temporarily. Originally, I wanted it to meet up on this point here, because I thought this would be really cool. Nice little junction. And you might remember this is the old metro system, which still hasn't been finished. That is something I need to get on with. But this part has been finished as we go towards City North. And this is going to be the North Village. It's going to be a residential complex. As you can see, I've cheated slightly in that I've used an existing village, which is fine. But if I carry on running down this tunnel, first of all you'll see some chickens. Don't panic, that's perfectly... I don't know where they came from, but it's perfectly normal. You'll also see some world anchors, because I had a few spawn issues, let's say. And then finally, right in front of me, you'll see our new cobblestone farm. Now, not all of these are pimped out with 2 stacks of both of these. Some down that end aren't. But if I show you this barrel here, it's got an emerald upgrade, it's fully upgraded, and that had a lot more in it earlier on. What about this side? Well, that's ruined the moment slightly. These both had 2,560 odd stacks. Sorry, 5,200 odd stacks of cobblestone. They've all disappeared, probably because I've increased these machines' efficiency, but not actually bumped up the cobblestone production rate. So that's annoying. But there you go. We have this whole system here of cyclic assemblers, which turns cobblestone into compressed cobblestone, and then all of that comes along into this one here, which gets turned into double compressed, triple compressed, quadruple compressed, quintuple compressed, sextuple, septuple, and octuple compressed cobblestone, and that then gets spewed into this, which is also connected to a quarry down here. That's what I wanted to say. And this quarry here is connected to the cobblestone barrel over there as well. So this provides cobblestone to the system, which means only, well, I say only, most materials that get transported back are useful, like iron ore here, electrotine. I still need to find out what that is. Apatite, coal, bees, which I'd like to get into actually. I've never done forestry before. We've got some flint as well, which isn't particularly useful. Earth shards, not particularly useful. Cinnabar is useful now because we use it in the production of something. I can't remember. I think it's gelid cryotheum I use it, or I use it with gelid cryotheum to create proper cinnabar. But anyway, I need to put this other cart down first. That's the first priority. Because until that's down, this train goes nowhere. Because both these carts need to be full in order for this to be activated. But you can see it's filling up with water quite nicely. We'll take that fence out because that's ridiculous. Where's this coal coming from? Oh, it's pulling it from the chest cart. That's new. It didn't used to do that. Okay. I can live with that. That's quite clever. But over here's the wind farm. We have a solar farm. We have these solar panels. And they work perfectly during the day. But at night we got nothing. So I've got this hardened energy cell connected up to Wind turbine. Wind turbine? Can you call it a wind turbine? I suppose you can. It's a windmill, basically. But we're going to build a few of these, and we're going to connect them. First thing you've got to do is make sure they're far enough apart that the wheels won't collide. That's nowhere near. Unless you offset them. So actually I could offset this one. So if I go 2 blocks this way, dig down 1, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't know why I'm counting, because I've only got 15 on me. You can see just how big these things are, and I'm pretty sure if I went into that it would do damage, so I'm not going to, because that would be very stupid. Have I put... yeah, I've put this on completely the wrong way around. Excuse me a second, let's just switch into hover mode again, and we'll try this again, shall we? There we go. Is that on the right way around? Yes it is. Sweet. Okay, and then we'll grab the windmill blade. That's my phone in the background again, because guess who forgot to put it on silent again. Just ignore that temporarily. There we go. And actually, I'm a genius in some respects. My computer's also crashed, so hopefully the recording is still happening. What is going on? Minecraft, stop responding. Well, this is going well, I must say. This is what happens when you put loads of moving objects together. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to fix this. I will be back in a second. And we are back, guys. My apologies for that. My my PC has a trouble sometimes with lots of different things happening at once. Yeah, one thing I didn't consider when I put this here is we have to get the power back to that node there. And as you can see, there's a windmill in the way. So we're going to have to come up with an alternative for that. One option is run it down the side here. And actually that option is a feasible one, because I can stick... let's climb back up, try not to get hit by any of these blades. So I can stick that there, and then I can stick another one at the halfway point, which according to this is... oh, come on. There. And then another one at the very bottom, which is here. And then somehow connect it round. Unless I do... no, I think I can get away with this. If I take this off, like so. Where's the back? It's there, isn't it? Right. Let's try this again. Let's get rid of those. This should work. So if I do that to there, that works. Awesome. And then I should be able to do this one to this one. Ah, the connection is obstructed. I bet it's this tree. If I get rid of those leaves. There you go. Awesome. That should now be working. So it's a bit of a stretched way of doing it, but you know, overall it should be working fine. Now it has a steady input-output. These solar panels do the bulk of the work though. These were storing up. These were full of power to start with, and then I beefed all this up to try and get faster service, and it's not worked. Right, so this is the farm. That's what I wanted to say. This is the farm. So we've got the cobblestone farm, and we've currently got a quarry. Once this quarry's finished, it'll be gotten rid of. Don't need it. Let's throw some stuff in here, because I'm not going to be using it. You see the cobblestone gets pulled out straight away. That goes off into this system, like I said. You actually look how much cobblestone there is running through these pipes. Let me show you. Each one of these barrels has 2 servos. Let me just get my teeth in the right order and I'll try this again. Right, each of these barrels has 2 servos. Each servo pulls out 32 at a time. It was 64. We're going to put it down to 32 to try and build up this buffer again. And as the way these servos work, they won't pull anything out unless there's a destination set. So every single stack of 32 already has a destination. And if I go under here, you can see just how much cobblestone there is passing through these pipes. Each one has a set destination. So you'll see every now and then, if I stand here, you'll see eventually a stack will pop up into this cyclic assembler here, which is got plenty of power, so there's nothing wrong there. There you go. One just went up. Instantly gets turned into double compressed and then pumped out again. Meanwhile, the ones on top take all of that compressed cobblestone. And again, I had to beef this up, because these two here, for some reason, aren't connected to the rest of the system like these ones are. These ones just, they get full of compressed cobblestone. It's really poor show. But there it is. So I'll just pull those out quickly and chuck them in here. I should speed that up a little bit more. And then I'll do the same with this one. Just grab these real quick. There we go. There we go. Right, and again, same thing. Just chuck them in there. And you can see even with this is here to pull out 64 at a time. So a stack, up to a stack I should say, gets pulled out at a time. It might not be as fast now if I lessen these. That is a fear. But you know, sacrifices have to be made and all that. Is to keep the flow going. I need to get enough, I think I might have enough now. I didn't have enough redstone at the time to create more stack upgrades, but I think I do now. Because basically I just want to fill all of these with stack upgrades. Get as much cobblestone as possible flowing into these two barrels, and then being pumped out down these pipes. And just get a really good cobblestone flow going. The reason I want this compressed cobblestone is because I want bedrockium to line the tunnels. Well, mainly to line the tunnels of the rail routes, but also to line, like if people, whoops, didn't want to do that. If people have a basement of their house, let's say, they don't want anyone else being able to get into that basement. So they want something pretty much bomb-proof. And I haven't fully tested the capabilities of bedrockium. I am on the understanding that obsidian is probably still better. Someone might have to correct me on that if I am wrong. But I think just bedrockium looks cool. And the fact that it's got the word bedrock in, people are just going to assume that it's unbreakable and leave it alone, which is kind of the goal. So if you're mining, also it's easy to spot. That was the other thing. If you're mining and you come across obsidian, you might just think you found a lava lake. But if you're mining and you come across bedrockium, then you know someone's put it there. And that's the goal, is to be so that if you're digging a tunnel, for example, if I'm digging a new metro shaft and I come across some bedrockium, I know straight away that's someone's basement. Don't dig there, go somewhere else, and I'll reroute accordingly. This train is really slow. It's quick on the downhills, I've noticed that. It's very slow on the uphill. Sometimes it even stalls on this first hill. I don't really know why, because it's got momentum. It's got a huge build-up. Oh, emeralds. Got some uranium as well, which is cool to power our reactor. The reason I am following this train is to see if my fix has done anything. So what we're looking for is following this track here. As the train passes over this here, this track should turn off, or at least be in a position to turn off. This line here should turn off. That's the goal. Is it going to happen? Probably not. I might need to move that. If I move that, I'm going to move it over here and then have the line going along here and then down. Let's see, shall we? See, that's triggered. Aha! That's gone off. Which means this should go off. Turn off. Why are you still on? There we go, it's gone off. Okay, that worked. But again, I had to be here for that to work. So will it work when I'm not here? That is the next question. And then the third question is... Doesn't that look cool in those pipes? The third question is, what's going to happen when it reaches this point? So that's... Is that triggered? Not yet. But it will. And that should then turn on. And then it only gets triggered once. Until the loco reaches the end, of course. Whereas before it was being triggered twice when the block was here. But look how much lovely stuff we've got coming in. The goal eventually is, the reason I've got this set up, we're going to have multiple trains running to the north farm. We're going to have multiple trains running to all the farms. There's going to be a farm in the north, a farm in the south, east, west, docklands. There's going to be islands with quarries and all that kind of stuff on it. It's going to be fantastic when it's finished. The only problem is getting it finished. Okay, sweet. That uncoupled. Well, that's not gone well. That's my fault. That is my fault. Let me try that again. In fact, that should couple up automatically, I believe. It didn't turn off. Why didn't you turn off? Hold it. You. Idle. Oy, I don't like this. Hate this system. Who came up with this idea? Stupid idea. Okay. We'll push this along. So one thing I do like about these carts is they are easy to push along. Come on. There we go. That. Connect to that. Grab this. Come on. No, that's the chest cart again. There we go. Running. Send it off. Now while that's gone, I'm going to do some more quick rebuilding. This needs to be turned off again. This, I'm going to bury this underground as well. Under here. Maybe that's what makes it effective, is if the train actually physically runs over it, rather than, you know, runs past it. That should connect up like that, bravo, and then that should go like that, and then like that. And that connects up. Okie dokie. That is all good. This is for when I have anchor carts, which I haven't got at the moment, as you've seen from the last episode. The train already is going up that hill, so that's cool. And there we have it, guys. That's about it for today's episode. You can see this stuff is slowly starting to seep back to where it belongs, which is awesome. It takes a while, but I'm not going to put any upgrades on this until we have multiple trains, because it's a good flow. I like things that have a nice flow. So for example, originally I just had a single chest that had input and output. That then got upgraded to 2 chests, one for input, one for output. This is input, by the way. This one here, excuse me, this one here is output, and I still haven't fixed the wheat problem, so I'll have to remember to do that as well. And then this one here is for... Why's that got appetite and andesite in it? I have absolutely no idea. What, what on earth? Something's not right there. Okay, we'll sort that out. Yes, excuse me. I keep getting distracted. I do apologise. Let's just sort this stuff out, and then I can finish up what I'm actually saying. Right, yes. So, that third chest has syringes, and those syringes are used for our animal farm, which is also what the wheat's for. So I'm going to have to go and sort that out properly. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Hopefully by the time we come back, it'll all be fixed. This train problem will be fixed. We'll have more trains running, and then we'll start working on a new farm. That's what I would like to do. I would like to build a new farm. I don't want this old cruddy farm anymore, because it's boring. Well, no, that's a lie. I like the farm. The problem with the farm is, though, is it's limited. I can't have absolutely everything at that farm. So at the moment I've got cobblestone, and I've got quarry. That's the one. I knew there was a word somewhere. So I've got those. But what I really want is one for cobblestone, one for trees, one for flowers, one for wheat, maybe carrots and potatoes as well, one for cactus. I definitely want a cactus farm, a designated cactus farm, because the one we've got in here is rubbish because there's no sunlight. I could put some glowstone in, but I don't think it'd make that much of a difference, to be honest. What else do I want a farm for? Animals. I would like each animal to have its own designated ranch area. So it'll have like a barn, it'll have its own train station, all that kind of stuff. That's the plan there. So that's going to be cool. I've already decided what I'm going to replace wheat with in this chest, because these is it spruce? We haven't got any spruce growing. Was it great? No, I had great wood in here as well, I believe. I did. Look there. So let me grab some wheat from here real quick, and we'll stick that. That's my alarm to tell me that the Oscars are about to start, which gives you an idea as to when I am recording this episode. There we go. I'll be watching the Oscars tonight, which is Sunday. But there we go. We got wheat flowing back in, and that wheat is going to be sucked out of this chest. In fact, you can probably see some of it, maybe? Yeah, there it goes. That goes off to the breeder, which is our animal farm, which I'll probably show you next episode, because I am going to end now, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you're enjoying the series, which I can kind of say now because we're in episode 2. And until next time, guys, I will see you soon.